Greetings everyone on YouTube and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 with me, Kemzit, as we're going to continue on where we've kind of left off after the sacking of the Jewish quarter. We're going to head now off to the Devil's Den, hide a little bit, lay low a little bit, and do what we can. We've already had a little bit of introduction, some people are alive and many have died of course here. Sucker, nar. Yeah, these are quite a bit of people here. Yeah, pity. The others are dead too, but yeah, what can you do? There's sacking up happened, of course. And of course, those people would not get back their money and all that. It will certainly have a lot to do with. Wait, no, there we go. There's no other choice that they have for certain. But this war. This is someone who tries to cut off rebellion because he wants to rule over land and all that. And this is not the best way to tame one land that you conquer, let's say that. One could certainly achieve it, but yeah. At the end of the day, I find that, you know, sure you have a drunk king and all that, but at least he doesn't plunder the land and all that, right? And that's what the foreign king did, even though he's a, you know, another brother and all that. He kind of plundered it. Even if it is because he wanted to unite the bigger lands, create big lands and all that. Like, he was certainly ambitious, but that's not gonna work, my friend. It's not gonna work. It ain't. We'll see how it will end. Because according to history, the king got back onto the throne. He rolled it over and then he died, and yeah. Sorry there, I killed you.
Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! Quick!
Come on, boy.
Quick!
Oh yeah, that's certainly true. You know, this is how one can try to achieve the rule of a kingdom, but the problem is, I don't think it will, because you hate, like, Bohemia at that time was, as I said, it was already in a lot of chaos, especially between the House of Lords. Each was trying to be very ambitious and all that. And it was just one king who would have been far more suitable person to be on the throne compared to the one invading. Because not only would the nobles still have their lands and all that, and be greedy and still fight behind the blade and all that, just wood and blackmailing and all that, compared to now where there's a lot of chaos, a lot of fight and all that, because war always exhausts the nation to beat with manpower and all, but
like
yeah.
this one. Captain! I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck. Where are they now?
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next.
Well, Samuel said he wants to be around for that, and we should wait for him.
I see. But if he's gone to Colin, he won't be back till tomorrow. Oh well. At least we'll have time to get everything ready.
All right. I'll come tomorrow then.
Okay, well, we have no other choice. We can just quickly try to take a rest then with my boy. Maybe save here. Let me see if we can have a bed going. My guy might need some rest. Look at that, cause leak. Oh wait, this is not my bed. This is... Let's have some rest over here. Oh wait, we're not even tired. What? Okay. Well, you know what we could do then? I still have not forgotten about that lady which we have to warn. Let's go to her. First get our horse. This is exactly the reason why the people rebelled against the invading king from Hungary and tried to throw him off because no one was happy with him. No one. Simply because, again, as I said, he's an invading king and no one likes their nation getting invaded as well. And as it was also mentioned before to Capon when we freed that Frenchman, you know, towns get plundered and all that, and once they do, it's just a tactic to strike fear and all that, to weaken the enemy and all that, to win a war. That's just the nature of war. Certainly not a good thing, but on the other hand, it's gonna be done. Eventually, it's gonna repopulate within years, be it by the foreign party or the native one to that land. So yeah.
Quick!
But on the other hand, Bohemia still was quite valiant. Like, it held very long for quite some time. As I said, they also had some pestering against some Germans. They also had some pestering against the Rus. They also had some pestering, you know, throughout a lot of ethnicities into culture, even if their primary culture is similar to those around the region. Not all, of course, because German is an entire different culture, but Czech is, according to historians, Slavic. But, you know, some don't agree with that, and some primarily do not wish to be part of that Slavic culture. But it's just right, you know, being part of a certain culture group must be a feeling. That's how it is, how I see, because we as humans are similar to all of us. We're just different species, we speak different languages, we believe in different things and have different points of views, of course. That's how everything is. We all bleed red, so yeah, that's the whole thing. Now let's get over here, eh? Let's talk with the girl.
Hey, what?
Stanya.
Sir, what would you like?
Stanya, I have good news for you. We caught the murderer.
What? Really? Who was?
It was the von Groller's servant. He was ordered to do so by the young lord's...
What kind of nonsense is that? I don't even know her.
That doesn't matter. She thought you were consorting with her son and decided to kill you.
But I hardly even talked to... But thank you. Now maybe I'll feel better. I won't wake up at night thinking I hurt someone. I won't feel those fingers around my neck.
That's why I came to tell you. We don't seem as a plunder or something. But yeah, other than that, the game is really still good. I'm still curious to see how the story will unfold. Let's head up north. I don't think I can go to Kuttenberg right now, but we'll see. I'll head to the Devil's Den again. So we'll see what will unfold us now later on, because we still need to find the other guys and Capon and all that. I don't even know where he went, but he certainly went it somewhere. Also, I don't know, I find the looks of Samuel, he looks like that guy from what movie was it called again? Oh yeah, the Viking series. You know, the one that, how should I say, got into sensual times with Lagatha. There we go. He looks like that. He's not so pious character so far, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like a tipping head towards his characteristic looks, maybe.
My God, that looks like a bloody expensive horse.
It sure is, my friend. Now let's sleep, because my
I
guy's
apologize.
tired. You better. Anyway, we'll go here. Wait, Capon? Capon, what the fuck are you doing here, dude? Dude! I saved your ass, dude. Come here. We gotta talk. Right? Even with thingy.
Henry, you have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Thanks for putting in a good word. It definitely came in handy, because it wasn't nice at all. Lots of violence and death, countless foes. We could have easily kicked the bucket any moment.
God damn! What happened there?
It didn't look so bad at the start. We actually arrived in time and urged everyone to flee. But some of Eric's cutthroats got inside the tavern and murdered everyone there. Before we'd finished with them, a great mob gathered outside and struck against the gate. And it fell.
Oh, fuck! That sounds like a right massacre. God damn it. I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side. But you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them. And when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels! Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
We can easily rectify that here and now.
That's exactly what I intend to do, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope it'll brighten your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
I'm honored. Thank you, friend.
Hunting bow from I've seen this bow before. Well?
Please enlighten me, O noble sir.
According to legend, this bow belonged by right to Margrave Jobst of Moravia, who, however, was not worthy of it. And so, fate decreed that it fell into the hands of a proper knight.
What are you saying?
When I found out that Jobst would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsch, and it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
That is certainly just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine. Shoot some deer and celebrate with wine. Like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
Yeah, but it was memorable. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again. But first duty, then some fun, eh? You'd better be going.
Piece of shit. Don't just go. Wait over there, dude.
Can we start the meeting?
I know, but Samuel isn't here yet. We have to be patient.
Oh well. These are the hired hand.
Sir Vaculin, you've had an exciting life. Tell me some story.
Bien sûr. Your interest is gratifying and quite understandable.
Where does the name Brabant come from?
That is simple. My compatriots call me that because I am originally from Brabant province. And the name stuck. One day, I shall tell you about my place of birth, but I am sure you will long to hear about the conquest of Arezzo, yes? Or would you rather hear how I saved the King of France from certain death?
Arezzo sounds interesting.
And so it was. That is where I earned my knighthood from the great Enguerrand de Concy himself, the commander of our Naples campaign. Enguerrand arranged his forces for battle, and I was put in charge of one of the cavalry units. Out of nowhere, the enemy appeared on our unprotected flank, and Enguerrand set me to hold them back so our main force could regroup. But I saw a gap in the enemy's main phalanx. I sounded the charge and sped forwards.
Wasn't that rather risky?
Un chevalier français fears nothing.
I reckon King Sigismund would think otherwise after Constantinople.
That was completely different. Alors, I caught them by surprise. I hacked my way to their standard and broke through all the way to the enemy's reserves. My attack sowed confusions in the enemy's ranks that encouraged the overlords who raced to join me, scattering everything in their path. And that is how we won the famous victory at Arezzo. Seeing that the force that was supposed to protect them had been routed. The city then surrendered to us. No doubt you had no inkling at Maleshov what a knight you had the honor to meet. And of course, my feats on the field of battle do not end there.
A bold maneuver.
Quite right. Courage is my middle name, just as Monsieur Chapon says, Audantes Fortuna Juva. That day I was the bravest of them all and won the day.
So you disobeyed your commander and left your flank exposed.
Your attack could have ended in a total fiasco. You were lucky the others came to your assistance and your entire force didn't collapse.
I hear thee speaking, but you are still wet behind the ears. So, I can forgive you. In short, I saw an opportunity and took it. Moments like that can decide entire wars.
What did your commander have to say?
He made me a knight and sent me to the royal court to inform the sovereign of our triumph.
I reckon he wanted to get you out of his hair.
Do not talk nonsense.
What other feats have you...
Oh, many, mon ami. For one battle does not... It would take a week to recount them all, so... I will just tell you about my second greatest feat. On the Italian field, we faced John Hawkwood, a ruthless Englishman and a fearsome warrior. Surrounded, we were at his mercy. Night fell, and we knew he would attack at dawn, and that would be it. But just then, Providence put an idea in my mind.
Did you set some kind of trap?
You could say so. Unobserved, I mounted my horse and set off to find help. And, La Dame Chance was exceedingly kind to me that day. As I rode away, by chance, I stepped it off of our horses. Thinking we were trying to break through, Les Anglais went to head them off. But while the English were occupied with my Marseille, our units managed to flee. I saved many men from certain death that night, and many lords from the disgrace of capture. Needless to say, I was generously rewarded for my valor.
That is indeed incredible. But you were just trying to flee, weren't you?
I wanted to bring reinforcements, but as I say, I merely follow Providence, and she guides my steps, from triumph to triumph. Stick close to me, Henri, and Providence will favor you too.
How did you save the King of France?
With Providence as my guide, mon ami, I came to the court from the field of battle to bring news of our victory, because, and remember this, the bearer of good news is always rewarded and cherished. But the king was in a bad mood and did not wish to be disturbed. Maybe I thought the news of our victory will dispel his ill humor.
How could you tell him if he didn't want to be disturbed?
Ha! I climbed up to his balcony and into his chambers to surprise him with the joyful tidings. And lo and behold, the king was writhing and gasping on the floor, overcome by one of his fits. Wasting not a moment, I dashed over to him and unblocked his throat, thus saving his life. In return, the king bestowed on me the title of Chanson, or cupbearer, and other generous gifts. And I then spent a while in his service at court. Unfortunately, though, even the king's favor does not last forever, and minor mistakes can come to overshadow good deeds.
What happened at court that led to you being out of favor?
Well, perhaps I shall tell you some other time. Would you not rather hear about the glorious duel between Le Gris and Carouge?
Tell me what happened at court that caused you to lose favor.
Ah, a major setback and a gross injustice, mon ami. It is an unhappy memory, because it was the first time that La Dame Chance...
It's nothing to be ashamed of. We can all learn from our failures. And I bet even your failures make for great stories.
Oui, that is certainly true. Very well, then. I suffered a combination of misfortunes all at once. But bad luck in business and on a hunt were the worst of all.
Luckery and Cargouche. Sounds like a pair of jesters.
En aucun cas. Jacques Le Gris and Jean de Carouge. These two great knights were in a legal dispute over an estate. But above all, when de Carouge was on a campaign, Le Gris fornicated with his wife. She claimed that he had raped her, while he said he had seduced him. And because everyone swore to their own truth on the Bible, the matter had to be settled by combat. First, they jousted. Then they fought on foot with sword and axe. Le Gris thought victory was in his grasp, but de Carouge suddenly pounced on him, wrested him to the ground, and beat him so terribly that he knocked off his helmet and cuirass. Even so, Le Gris refused to admit his guilt, and de Carouge drove a dagger through his neck. And if you promise not to tell, I will let you into a secret about that dagger.
Tell me the secret. I promise I'll keep it to myself.
Bien. As I say, de Carouge killed Le Gris with a dagger. And I found that dagger in the mud after the duel. A blessed blade, an instrument of divine justice. The dagger that ended the last trial by combat France ever witnessed. An item of great value. So, I had several copies made and sold them to rich French noblemen. That is how I first came into wealth. And I used the coin to buy the horse and armor I needed to set off in pursuit of glory in battle.
Ah, that was a good idea. I'd never have thought of that.
You still have a lot to learn, mon ami. But you're young, you have plenty of time. Just keep your mind and eyes open, like I did. It was one of the greatest things I ever saw, and I have seen a lot. Half of France came to watch, including the king himself, who then banned trial by combat in France forever. I later told the story to anyone who was interested. One of my listeners A certain, Froissart wrote my icon down and became famous. I could have written it myself, of course, but I am happy to help others find success.
Thanks for sharing your stories.
That's enough. I cannot bear too much of this dude already. He's been speaking too much about that stuff. Let's go to bed now. A little bit of stories before bedtime, eh? Wait, what? Fuck. Oh, here we go. Let's sleep. There we are. Now let's wait a little. There we are.
Can we start the meeting? We don't have much time.
Aye, we're all waiting for it. Right,
Good.
gentlemen. I think it's clear to all of you what a shitty fucking mess we're in. We were caught off guard at Rabosh.
And they nearly fucking kill us all.
Yes, and they attacked the Jewish quarter.
Thanks a lot for reminding me. I almost forgot.
At least Henry here and Kubienka got most of the people out.
That's true. Good work, men. How did it all go down?
A few unruly townsfolk with sticks. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Too fucking right. They thought they'd loot and torch the whole place, but we scared them shitless.
It is nice that you found my people's suffering so entertaining. But what I want to know now is how you all intend to avenge them.
Well, what do you have in mind?
We shouldn't give up. That's the main thing.
Except that Sigismund has the League of Lords and a whole fucking army. And what do we have? Fuck all! Come on, lads. Jobst will bring his army soon. It'd be fucking mad to try on anything big before that.
It might take weeks for them to arrive. Von Bergov will have found and caught us by then. We have to get rid of Von Bergov. It's because of him that we're in the situation we're in, after all.
You mean in the shit, Sir Hans? No need to mince words.
Von Bergov's too powerful. We don't stand a chance against him. But it was Eric who led the attack on the Jewish quarter. He's the one we should strike at.
But that wouldn't do us much good. Besides, who knows where the bastard is now? No, Sir Hans is right. We should get rid of Von Bergov.
That fucker is Sigismund's right hand. So we'll chop it off.
Why kill him? You know what ransom we can get for that bastard. Are you all fucking daft? Von Berger is holed up in Malashov, so unless any of you can fly, we can't get to him.
Oh, that's true. To take a cost like that, we need a dozen men, ladders, and maybe also a trebuchet or cannon.
There's no maybe about it. We'd certainly need a cannon.
So we steal the one von Bergov, use at Nebakov.
Well, why don't we just steal all the silver from the Italian court and buy our own, eh? Use your head before you open your mouth.
Hang on. Maybe Janosch's idea isn't all that bad.
How do you mean?
I recently sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's military camp near Opatovitz. She told me Von Bergov has his cannon stashed away there. But it seems things are getting a bit out of hand there. So the Prague regiment he's in charge of is going to move it to Sedlec, and it might not be that well guarded along the way.
So we'll steal it, right? We'll wait till they go through some ravine, and we'll shoot at them from the rocks. The way you did to us before Nebakov.
I see you've learned something from me. But it's not that simple. What we need is for one of us to get amongst the Pragas, so he can keep an eye open and tell us when they're moving out.
And if we succeed, what then? There's 5.5 of us. Even with a cannon, that's not enough to take Malashov.
There's not much we can achieve on our own.
But show me the fool who'd want to join us.
There's always a few mercenaries around, right?
And how are you going to pay them, eh? I sure as fuck haven't got the coin.
That's enough! Von Bergo has to die. Painfully, and above all, as soon as possible. And if there are not enough of you, this might help.
Well, well. That's a sight for sore eyes. Why the fuck didn't you show us that earlier? We could have saved ourselves a lot of blathering.
We really appreciate it, son. Believe me.
And we won't mind if you got a couple more persons like that.
If you will permit, monsieur, I might be able to contribute. I know a few mercenaires in this part. They may not be la cavalerie royale, but for such a purse, they will gladly tear Malashov down stone by stone.
Ah, a company of mercenaries, a surprise attack, and a cannon in reserve. We could do something with that, couldn't we?
No, not so fast. We don't have the cannon yet.
Then we'll fucking get it. We'll find a good spot for an ambush and send someone into the camp to spy on them. What about you, Henry? You'll get yourself recruited into the Prague regiment, and when they take the cannon to Sedlec, you'll send us a message via Catherine.
I was afraid you'd never ask. I can just see the look on von Bergov's face when we point his own cannon straight at it.
That's settled then. Henry will go to the camp. Catherine will tell you all you need to know. You'll find her in the bathhouse there. In the meantime, Ada here can go to Malashov and find out how von Berkov and his people are stationed there. But look, don't touch.
Za kogo ty mnie kurwa masz?
A lot of soldiers need a lot to eat. They'll have to stock up.
I'll go hunting. This tavern's a bit crammed for my liking as it is.
And what are we going to do?
We're going to prepare a warm welcome for the Pragas.
What do you say, Sir Hinek?
Well, what the fuck are you all sitting here for? Didn't you hear? The fun's about to start!
Henry! Henry, my most faithful friend.
Uh-oh. That sounds a bit too friendly for my liking. You need something, don't you?
Me? Never. But you do. You need to relax a bit. Let your hair down. So it occurred to me, you might like to go hunting with me.
Poaching, you mean?
Poaching's what commoners do, not me. Come on. We promised Zizko we'd find some meat for the mercenaries, didn't we?
That's a good idea, actually.
I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunjevitz, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from...
Oh my god. Well, we have no choice.
Here we are. Good.
Well, K-Bon? Fucking hell.
Just a moment. Why is this all sticky?
There we are.
Oh, can you smell that? Freedom!
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Rattay. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Of course I do. I won.
It wasn't my day, but I still came out of it better than you. Or have you forgotten about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree?
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
And how many adventures we still have ahead of us, eh?
I hope so. But to be honest, conquering Malashov and capturing von Bergov, I hope Shishka has a foolproof plan.
Don't worry. There's nothing we can't handle.
And when we tell our story in some tavern,
Thanks for the
lasses
follow,
will be
love.
falling at our feet.
Luffy 247, I mean. Sorry.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember how it turns out. A jealous husband nearly drowned you once.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off butcher.
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Let's go.
Let's go then. I hope we're not just minions and better friends to you, you piece of shit. God. Wait.
Wait, there are people in the camp.
What do you mean? Boop boop. Yeah.
Bloody hell. Soldiers. Sigismund's men, judging by the colours. You see that? There are soldiers there. Sigismund's men, judging by their colours.
And who's that? Over there by the tree?
Nobody now, I'm afraid. Probably some poor fellow who just stumbled across the bastard.
What are we gonna do?
We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Rattay that time.
Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
All right. Let's get them.
That's my boy.
Show what you're made of.
Get away! And that's that.
Shouldn't we tell Zizka about what happened here?
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
All right. Nobody needs to know.
My thoughts exactly.
And what about the dead body?
I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know, but...
Oh, these fat...
All right, we'll go together.
Of course.
All right. You take care.
Oh god. Stupid headset. Like all times, complete. Well, anyway, everyone on YouTube, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this so far. If you did, give it a like button. Oh wait, never mind. We'll just continue. I think my headset's just being weird right now. Even though I charged it for certain, but yeah. I guess we still have some time.
Bit longer without food, and I'll really start to be grumpy.
I'm gonna buy a new one, because this is just bullshit.
God! Go! Quick! God!
We'll see if we can find them.
Quick! Quick! Go! Quick! God! God! Go! God! Quick! Oh, go! God! Quick! Quick!
I need to get to the camp. I'm not certain how I'll do that, but okay.
Whoa! Whoa! Good to see ya.
Hi guys.
What break here?
I'm telling you.
There you are.
What happened at Nebakov? After the Praguers took the...
You're asking me?
Of course. I know you weren't there, but... I only remember that diabolical shot.
That must have been really terrible. I heard the shot all the way from Troskowitz. I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, von Aulitz's men hung everyone they found. I'm sorry, but most of ours got left behind then.
There was this healer called Clara.
A girl of yours?
Maybe. She was... really kind to me. Oh, my God.
Wait. Maybe she managed to... Nobody would hang a young girl like that, would they? Oh, sorry. I shouldn't have said...
Don't apologize. It's not your fault.
You have to live every day like it's going to be your last. That's all you can do in our trip.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zhishka said the shot killed him on the spot.
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man. He saved my life once.
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Not now, thanks.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right.
Ah, there you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zhizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you? All right.
Sit and stay.
Good, Tommy. Good boy.
Sakra, not again.
I'll drink to that.
I'm here.
So I see. But you're too... Haven't you got...
Evening, fine. Yeah.
I'm here.
Come. I know a place where nobody will
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
How am I supposed to relax in this situation?
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
I have, yeah, but... it's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you shrivel up entirely in the water. You say Zizka sent you?
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon, and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're gonna move it to Sedlec.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
Ah, so what do you need me for?
Information. When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlec?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Where is the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Who's in charge here?
Now, that's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlec with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Praggers, led by Dietrich Katz.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. The best thing would be to go straight to the commander. He's called Dietrich Katz. Except they won't let you go near him. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlec. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
How about we do this?
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do the kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before play. Is there anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillerymen, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others, so they aren't too popular around here. You know them better than I do, in fact. They're the ones that attacked you at Nabokov that time.
Oh, those fucking bastards!
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
Is there anything I should watch out?
Your mouth, mostly. You know what you like. If you give the game away, you're a dead man. Just try and act normal. They get up to a lot of drinking, riding, and archery here. Now and then they fight like cats and dogs, but the captains have things under control for the moment. Although
what?
there's a rumor going round the soldiers that there's a spy here. At first, I was worried they were talking about me, but it seems not. Be careful.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit, you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
Bitch! Nah, I'm joking. She's kind of less.
Greetings. What do you...
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends. Or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Bottomlucker, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenary. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
I'm a blacksmith. That's useful, isn't it? You're bound to need stuff hammered straight or sharpened all the time.
Aye, we need that. God knows we do. But that doesn't mean we have to let you join up, does it?
I know about herbs. If you have a sore throat, or need some extra energy, or you've got food poisoning, I'm your man.
That kind of thing always comes in handy, but we have a physician, and one that half the world would envy us. We don't need another.
I fought in the tournament put on by the Kuttenberg City Council. Maybe you've heard of me. I did pretty well.
We're a long way from the city and news travels slow.
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough for you? What more do you want?
For you to stop hassling me. You're a bit pushy for my liking. It's a bit suspicious.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenceslas isn't capable of it.
Interesting. Most people in these parts have other ideas.
Only I'm not most people. Please. Just give me a chance.
All right. We lost a couple of men recently in any case. You know what? I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir. And I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe? Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. He may not know when to hold his tongue, but he said he knows about all kinds of healing herbs. That could come in handy.
Well, if that's true, but we'll have to try you out first in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either you come back as one of us, or you don't come back at all. What do you say?
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
Maybe they just deserted. It happens.
Not in our regiment. Our men are loyal.
I don't give a shit what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
Wait, damn it! You don't know the most important bit yet. Mishek, one of those 7, came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
And let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
That's about it then. Now on your way. Try not to get yourself killed.
Okay, well, this is quite annoying.
Commander Katz sent me. I'm supposed to find the soldiers who went missing. It seems one of them is in your infirmary.
Yes, Mishek. He's lying over there, and will remain lying for long. He was badly stabbed, and it will take weeks before he comes to his senses.
But I need to talk to him.
Then, you shall have to wait. When he was brought here, he was mumbling about some wagon on a place called Lota. But then he passed out and did not awake again.
Isn't there anything we can do? I don't need him to be healed, just to wake up for a while. What if we brew something with mint? That wakes me up like nothing else.
That is not such a bad idea, Henry. One can make a decoction from Varelian and mint, which is called Cockrell Potion. It will not heal the poor wretch, but it might wake him up for a bit. But it must be very strong. Not like what is sold by the quacks around here.
So what are you waiting for? Brew it up.
It is not a simple matter just to brew some potion and pour it down his throat. It could make him worse, and I cannot risk that.
I'll do it then. I have no other option.
You? It seems that you know a little about medicine, and that means that you should also know that it is a risk.
Fuck that. Katz gave me an order, so I must carry it out.
Very well then. If the Prague army wants to gamble with his soldiers' lives, I cannot stand in their way. My alchemical apparatus is all yours, friend. You'll find it right outside the tent. In Herebe.
I don't even have it. Wait, what? Likewise, indeed. Let's read. Wait. I will need spirits, a handful of valerian, and 2 mint. To the table. I mean, I have none. No, screw this then. Wait. Thanks. That helped.
Jesus Christ, be praised.
Likewise.
All right. What's happening? Mishek? What's wrong? Christ, can you hear me? Mishek, wake up! Oh, don't like this. Oh, fuck.
He did. Oh well, rip. Let's fast travel to Lahota. We'll see what we can find over there. I mean, we did murder some of those guys before around Mishkovitz and all that, so it was wise that we killed them. Whatever. Have them have some losses over there in these places. At the end of the day, they're on the wrong side, so who cares? Errand boy, what?
Hey, Henry, over here.
What do you want?
What is it you want?
You must be Henry.
Yes, I am.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyak for you. Go and see him in the Ole as soon as you can.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know. I was just told to find you and give you the message.
Why must I go to Chenyak? Well, whatever, we'll see that later. First, we're gonna go there and see what we can do. Must be around Miskovitz and here, so it could be there somewhere.
Quick! Quick! God! God! Quick!
He might know something.
Can I spend the... I'll pay, but all I... That's enough for me. Let's agree... What would you... You really...
Thank you. Take care. Oh, excuse me.
Let's rest a little. Hmm.
What the fuck are you doing here? Get lost in you fucker! Get him, lads!
See what I mean?
Shove. Fuck you! No, you don't. Show what you're made of. You're no match for us, fucker. You want to try me? Mercy! Leave me be! I surrender. There'll be no fight!
So these are the soldiers here. What the fuck? But where's the painted chest? Cause this is weird. Strange, I cannot take it. The fuck? You never know. Ooh, let's go. Check out the document. At least we killed them. And that guy says, "No deserts in our regiment." Well, seems they did. Let's head to Mishkovitz. Strange that we're going so slowly with this horse of ours.
suckling pigs here. Come and buy a suckling pig.
Gah! Gah!
Let's go.
Go!
Gah!
Go!
Gah!
Quick! Go!
Gah! Gah! Gah!
Oh, God.
God bless you.
You too.
You really won't have anything to drink?
I've come about that.
Have you got it?
Yes.
My Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near La Hotta.
Horsens? Where are they now? What did you do with them?
I took care of them. They got what they deserved.
Well, well, he might look like a stripling, but he's anything but. Nice work. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, him. Here, take our Loffen Rock and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now. And a bit extra, even if I have to go without.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my...
Let them rot in hell, the Horsens.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlitz?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink. You too, Henry.
As you command, sir.
Long live the Proggers. At last, I don't have to drink alone. Moose is not much of a drinking companion, see?
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
Thank you, sir. But I'm no good at dice.
You dare turn down your cap?
Right. You'll play.
All right. Since it's an order.
At last.
Oh god. I'll just go with that.
I'm really surprised you challenged me. I don't like to lose.
Fine. Here.
Why'd I
Unlucky.
even start playing? That's enough for me. My God.
Shit! How could I have lost?
Glory to the victors, honor to the defeated. You'll get me back next time, sir.
You bet I will. I'll pluck you like a chick. And now for a drink.
And so St. George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, "Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight!" And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tuts Bazeni, kitchen outdoors.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Will someone please explain to me what the fuck is going on here?
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it?
What are your orders, Lord of Buramalaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grozov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
Well, the most important thing is to keep this hushed up. Things will really go to shit if anyone finds out.
It's true. Doesn't take much to get that Cuman rabble's blood up. I don't want to end up in a goulash. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Corva! You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Anything. Have a look around. Check Chertan's tent. So maybe you'll find some clues. Maybe you'll find the murderer himself.
Okay.
Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Katz to move it out of the camp somehow. There was powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that? Right.
Did you find anything?
Nothing worth...
Fucking. Let's hope Chertan can tell us something. Come on. Let's go and see if Moose is done.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
What the hell are you talking about?
That's what I'd like to know. Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
What nonsense is that?
Someone must have poisoned the wine while I was not looking.
Oh, he was hiding under the table waiting for you to turn your back, was he?
Where did you get the wine from? I thought you didn't drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough! Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else?
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir. Give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murder. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
What? But sir, you said we were going to move out first thing in the morning.
Things have changed a bit since then, or haven't you noticed? Not even a handcart carrying Don will leave the camp till I give the...
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my...
But sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Well, sir, I may not understand what all this is about, but I think we should help Musa somehow.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal judge.
You really don't have any idea what to do?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what...
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my... But you?
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you have to get rid of the guard somehow. And get to Musa.
All right. I'll try to distract the guard.
Good idea. Grozov's men are all blockheads. It'll be easy as pie.
How much time do we have for this investigation?
2 days at most, I'd say. Then Sigismund's deputy will arrive from Sedlitz. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
Okay. I'll talk with Musa soon, but first I'm gonna try to talk with that lady in the bathhouse. And then we'll be fine.
We have to talk.
I hope it's important. The less we're seen together, the better.
You bet it's important. Someone poisoned Chertan, the Cuman's commander.
All right. That is bad. You're not involved in this.
No. But I have to find the murderer. Kat said he won't set off for Sedlitz until it's cleared up.
That old sod. He's never gonna get off that lazy ass of his.
There's something I need your help with.
Oh, what a surprise. What is it this time?
There's a guard posted outside Musa's tent. I need to lure him away for a while.
That I could use my feminine charms on him? You're out of luck. I have my own problems now. I told you when I was bathing you, remember? But maybe if you were to help me out...
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. I even heard...
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get...
Has anything else strange?
No. Except maybe...
A shoe?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my...
Okay, then.
Yuck.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like...
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
If he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could...
That's not a bad idea. But you'd have to give him something to get this.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all.
Could lure him out of the camp and slit his throat.
I could manage that myself. But it would only cause trouble. Is that real? Give him a fright. Beat him up.
All right.
Thank you. But no.
Okay.
Mutt! Here, Mutt! Search.
My respects.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
I must be mad.
That's Catherine's. So this is where the Cuman who won't leave her alone lives.
So it's you. You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van. Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen. Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütöd bele az orrod? Igen. Szeretem.
Ah, fuck this. There's no talk.
Mi a fasz csinálsz?
What's that? Stop fighting!
Ez most komoly! Nem kell... Ez gyors lesz. Nincs esélyed! Elég legyen már! Enough! Elég volt, feladom! Vége a csatának, jól van? Tiéd a lány.
Looks like you finally understand. You come near that woman again, and you'll be sorry. Got it? More bang bang.
Világos.
Good. Piece of shit.
So you'll lure the guard away from Moose.
All right, what can I do with you? I'll try to lure him to the bathhouse. But then we're quits. I hope he won't stink it.
beds.
You too, dude.
Stay.
Good day, soldier boy. What are you standing around here for?
I'm on guard.
My word. What are you guarding?
That's a secret.
Oh, good lord. You must be very important to get a task like that, eh?
I reckon. This is child's play for me. You should see me in battle.
Ooh, I'm sure I'd be terrified.
You'd have nothing to fear, dearie. I protect you.
How gallant. Oh, you ought to be rewarded for that. Wouldn't you like me to give you a nice bath?
Well, I can't deny I've been standing here for quite a while. I stink like a pig's ass.
Oh, no. That's your manly fragrance. Oh, it's irresistible. Shall we go then?
All right. Well, it's not like that moose is going anywhere.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Now, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinja Sireye, mene mene Sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake soon after.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borum Laka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozov poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us?
The evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my...
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
How can we identify the poison then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? Can't be that hard, can it?
Certainly not. Why study something for years when common sense is enough? I'm sorry. That was not courteous of me. I am sure you will The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you will find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye.
Pretty excellent. The chest is locked. But I trust you would...
Right. Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone. Who do you think is the prime...
I heard Sir Grozov couldn't stand
I have heard the same. And did you notice how quickly he accused me?
Well?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozov, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful,
What if we forgot about finding the murderer? You'd be long gone before Grozov...
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little... conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Katz instead of me. I cannot allow...
Okay.
All right. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything. And forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate rat. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. I suppose the murderer surprised him and didn't give him a chance to defend himself. What a stench! Coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his guts up. There's no way I'm examining that. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Several stab wounds in the belly, all close together, and very deep. The murderer definitely knew what he was doing. Though that hardly narrows down the field in an army camp. That's a nasty wound, but why would someone kill him in the most... He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasms started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them? rigid, just like the arms. But I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. That's a nasty wound. But why would some... Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. I can't see anything ripped or sliced off. There's nothing missing. Whoever killed him, it doesn't look like a robbery. That'll have to do. He had spasms, he shot himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Right, that's that. I should tell Musa what I've learned.
I'm always glad to see people like you.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what...
What do you mean, you think?
The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far, but if you think the symptoms are the same, are you sure it was that poison?
There were a couple of other poisons.
That does not narrow down...
But I'll figure it out somehow.
Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
I better start searching fast, hadn't... You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the 2 guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. Even so, it is strange. For months, the people here have been sitting around doing nothing. Then suddenly, you turn up, and everything is turned upside down. You have done more in a few days than others in many weeks.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Of course it is. I'm only saying that I find it very...
I don't know what you're talking about. Is this some kind of loyalty test or something? I'm just doing what I'm told to do. Is there something wrong with that?
I have more important things to do than to try to trick you. I am asking you sincerely, as a friend, who are you?
All right. I'll try to trust you. Maybe I'm not King Sigismund's most ardent supporter.
I knew it! I could tell straight away that you were cleverer than others in this camp.
You're pleased? Aren't you a courtier of his?
It was not my first choice. Or do you think I long to spend half my life in some dirty tent?
How did you come to be in Sigismund's court?
That is a long story. I once served Sultan Bayezid. Although the Osmans are not that welcoming to my people, the Sultan at the time received envoys from all over the world, so I was useful. But soon after, we found ourselves at war with Tumur and his Golden Horde. Luckily, that is, luckily for me, it was around then that Sigismund's messenger came to see the Sultan.
And I managed to persuade the Sultan to send me to Hungary as a goodwill gesture. I am sure you understand that I did not want to wait for Timur's savages to cut my head off. But let us just say that King Sigismund did not show me the respect my position is worthy of. Instead of making me his counselor and physician, he sent me here.
Well, you could go elsewhere if you don't like it here. I know a few people who would value someone like you.
I am grateful to you, my friend. But I must refuse. I have had many experiences in life and come out of them alive. And do you know why? Because I am a total coward. And not just that, I am duly proud of it. I would be very happy to get away from here, and perhaps even return home, but only when I am sure I will survive the journey. So I think it will be best if we each go our own way.
You know nothing, I know nothing.
And this conversation never took place.
I'd better go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Okay, well anyway, everyone on YouTube, I'm gonna call this a day because it's late and we have been going on for more than an hour. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like button and subscribe to my channel if you're new and wish to support it. Do you want to recommend something we're gonna come together that's possible as well? Just write down comments below or join my Discord server so we can have a chit chat about it. Till then, I shall see you all later.